Hello, everyone. There wasn't any music. If you were wondering, where is there the music? There's no music. It's a play. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our fourth live stream of Kensington Live. We're back to Tuesday. We started last Tuesday. Here we are again. We're doing this every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday night. You can watch on Kensington Theatre Company's Facebook Live, or you can watch on Kensington Theatre Company's YouTube page, okay? Wherever you're watching from, if for some reason, this is live, this is technology. If for some reason something happens and the live goes down on Facebook, which happened last week, go over to the YouTube. Or if you're on YouTube and YouTube goes down, go over to the Facebook. So then you can still catch us. There's two ways. And that's because they sent me a thing and said, hey, lots of people are on right now doing live streams and all sorts of things, which is great. But because of that, Facebook and YouTube have had some outages and whatnot. So wherever you're watching from, if it goes down or whatever, go to the other one. And from wherever you're watching, make sure that you comment. If you comment on Facebook or YouTube, I'll get them here and I'll put your comments on the screen. I want to know if you have any questions for our guests tonight, or if you have any stories. Say you came and saw the show. We want to hear some stories of your favorite moments or what made you laugh, because this show is hilarious. So tell us your stories and your questions. Put them in the comments down below, and I'll put them on the screen. Lastly, let's just wanted to say that these are crazy times, and a lot of us are trying to get used to a new normal, a new way of life, and it's hard. But I saw something. If you don't have the app Marco Polo, it's a great app. Kind of lets you talk kind of like a video walkie-talkie app. I was on Marco Polo today, and it said that they are trying to do an initiative where you reach out to 3 people a day and just check up on them, make sure everything's good and whatnot through Marco Polo. I thought that was a great thing to do, not just on Marco Polo, but if you have Facebook, you can message someone, send someone a text, send someone a Snapchat, whatever you want to do. Let's reach out to each other and just check up on each other, make sure that we're doing okay, because we're all in this. We're all trying to get through this time. So just reach out to those. We're trying to bring some laughter, some levity, some brightness to the craziness of the world with this. So thanks for watching, all 5 of you. We'll have more. It always grows. All right, let's get to it. Oh, Michelle says, I like your Fantastics poster behind you. Thank you. Ta-da! I put it up there. All right, let's get to it, shall we? I'm going to bring on first. We got the cast of Noises Off. This show was in the spring of 2017, so our most close to the time now that we've done a live stream of. This show is hilarious. You're gonna just laugh tonight, and I hope you do. First, let's bring on you. She's been on every live stream we've done. This is her 4th appearance. She's a star. You already know her. It's Tony Butler.
Hey!
Yay! And she's in the theater, but flipped around now, so you can see.
Yeah.
You can see the stage.
It's still there because I am only working with myself right now, and I can't take apart the sets by myself because they're too heavy. So if somebody wants to, risk their self, endanger their self, or I need one pair of strong arms to take the set down.
And you'll just have them come in and then come back, and then
Right. Can you try to point? Let's see. Oh, there it is. Can you see the staircase right there, though?
Kind of. It's really dark, but we could.
Like a little bit?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I can't point. Oh, my gosh.
I know. It's reverse.
This is an 11-step staircase that I built myself.
Wow.
And, it leads up to the bridge that will be in Les Mis, because Les Mis is going to happen, right?
That's right.
That's right.
I was going to put this up, that we have our thing for guys if they still want to be part of Les Mis. Boys, there's still slots. How many slots are left, Tony?
There's only 14. It died with the virus. So, so we want to get you boys involved. It's going to be great. If it doesn't happen, we'll refund the money. You know what I mean?
Right.
My hand's crooked, but I can't figure out which way it goes. Maybe that way?
Sure.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I can't figure it out. If you guys want to purchase a Kensington hat, look at our, there we go. Oh, I did it. See that?
Yes.
Yeah. Our tab designed this. It says Kensington Theater on the back. $10. I don't know how you're going to get it to get the hat, but
there's a Kensington Venmo, and then you can.
Oh yeah. Put your address.
Yeah.
And I'll mail you a hat.
Yes, I love it. I should put the Kensington Venmo up on the screen, but I don't have it. I'll get it.
In honor of Noses Off too, just so you know, this is a revolving stage. So yes. Maybe we can tell what that means later or something.
So, well, Tony, I wanted you to, I mean, because I bring you on and I have you talk before, just as, you know, because you were the director. We'll talk about the hilarity of the show, but maybe gives people a little background, or if they haven't seen the show, like a quick synopsis of what the show is.
Okay. Now, if you haven't seen Noses Off, shame on you. Seriously, call yourself theater people. All right. So Noises Off is about a group of theater people putting on a play. It's a British farce that they're putting on. And the first act is them in rehearsal, final dress rehearsal. And then the second act, you turn around the sets all the way. So you see it from the back and you watch them. They're on tour now. And you watch what happens behind the sets while they're performing. It's my favorite act in any play. And then the third act is they turn the sets back around again, and they're still on tour, but they have become a disaster. And you see the play again one more time from the front, but everything has gone wrong at this point, and it's just a matter of surviving theater at this point. So it's a trip. Yeah,
this show, well, of course, because I was in it, it's hilarious to me. But everybody that came and saw it could not stop laughing, and I think your line that you said, it was pee your pants funny.
Yeah. It was. Yeah, go to the bathroom before you watch this one, especially Act 2. Act 2 is so.
Yes. Michelle says our family loved it so much that we went to see it 3 times. Yeah.
Good job.
Well, I think we should get into it and bring some of these people on. We have almost all of the cast.
Yeah, all 12 of us.
yeah.
We should have brought Jacob Barry on. I wonder if we could still get him on.
Yes. Let's play this little video to get us into it. This is, and I had to split it up because I can only do 30-second videos, but this is Noises Off in 38 seconds. Okay, so there's an 8-second, and then you might see our faces for a second while I go to the next video. All right, Noises Off in 38 seconds. Yeah, and you saw our faces for like a second in between.
I love it. We're all
really. That brings back good memories. Okay, let's bring on some of us because not all of us can be on. But let's do this. Let's bring on. She played Dottie in ours, Heidi, and let's bring on Katie too. And why don't we do O'Brien? We can't have everybody, but we'll start with this and we'll add some more. Hi guys.
Hello.
Hi.
Now, we've said a little summary, but we're gonna keep talking, and I've got some points that I want to make sure we talk about because they're hilarious to me. But I want to know first your favorite memory of the show. It could be on stage, it could be off stage with another actor, or part of the show, whatever it is. Let's start with Brian.
Oh, okay. That 38-second clip really brought back a lot of memories. Like, right? I didn't know we recorded it. I want that. So
it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
If you look it up, it's actually underneath my personal. I don't know why it's under my personal one. I'll transfer it to Kensington.
That is okay. Good to know. I think my favorite moment. So there's a moment. I love Act Two. Act Two is so funny, but there's a part in Act Three. So my character would get nosebleeds whenever there was violence, right? So there was this moment, big climactic moment, when poor Jeff, falls down the stairs, and my character has to see this happen, right? So I go off stage, and we have me like sit right in front of these doors backstage, like, and it looks like I'm just like trying to like recover, right, with like this nose, and I had fallen down, so I had like this bandage, like I look like I've been through war. And these doors like fly open, and the whole audience just sees me there, just like bleeding, basically. Like, it was one of my favorite moments every single night, just to watch people just like catch it. There was so much going on, but that was just so fun, and people would be there helping me and stuff. That was my favorite moment every single night, just like the hilarity and the insanity that ensued in that third act.
Brian, I love that Michelle says our nickname for Brian at our house is Sardines. It's because we didn't know his name until we saw him working at Chick-fil-A.
No, real story. I'd be working at Chick-fil-A, and all of a sudden I'd hear like sardines, sardines. I'm like, what? And then I look over, I'm like, oh, hi Michelle, how's it going? Like, it's great. I love them. I know.
That is hilarious. That is hilarious. Okay, and of course, Brian, what was your character's name?
So my character's name was Freddie, and then he played Philip in the play. So in the play it was Philip, and his actor was Fred.
Great. Okay, Katie. Katie's muted.
Let's see. I don't know. There were so many great moments, and I feel like maybe I'm stealing some people's, but
It's okay. We'll talk about them.
some of the best were just things that weren't necessarily in the script, but just happened, and then ended up being a part of the show. So we all loved the part where we were in rehearsal and we were doing the second act, which is the backstage part. And I don't know, you guys can help me try and remember how this happened, but like there were some boxes up on the second one. And I think I had a sheet over my head, was wrapped in a sheet. I think I kicked the boxes off accidentally.
Yeah.
And then went through the door. And then everybody down below spent the next minute trying to throw the boxes back.
Yeah, Cameron and Logan.
Yeah.
It's how I got my Tony Award that year. I got the Tony Award for that moment of, Cam and I, and Cam's not here, else I'd put him on to tell the story. But yeah, you were up. I should put up here's a picture of that set, right? And well, I guess I should show the back side.
That's the front of it.
Yeah, maybe the back. That doesn't.
Yeah, those ladders.
Katie comes off or it goes off, and she kicks the boxes, and Cam and I don't know, improving it, just start throwing these boxes, but we were trying to get them to that second level, and they weren't getting up there. So I think Tony said you should keep throwing them up there, but miss on purpose. And so I would take the box and chuck it straight at the beam, and so that it would miss, and then climb up the ladder.
That was one of the moments that I had to make sure I peed before I saw that moment. I loved it so much. It was like my happy pill. Every time that moment came up, I'm like, I could watch you guys throw those boxes for hours.
Yeah, and when it happened, Tony and Teresa were in the audience, and they were just dying the first time it happened in rehearsal.
Oh, that's a good memory.
I love that, and then I also love when, in the third act, when I'm pointing at the box at where the bag should be, and then like, no bag. There's a bag there.
And I feel like this is all just more funny to us because we know what's supposed to happen. But for someone who's
People
never
are really lost, but that's okay.
Hey, no, just let them know about the characters. So you told a little bit about her. Belinda.
Background.
Yeah. Tell them
Okay, so my character's name was Brooke and Vicky.
Oh, that's right. Why do you call you?
Yeah. No, I had to think and remember. And it was really fun and different from other characters because she's just a super, super, I don't know, regimented, like stick with exactly the direction that she's been given actress. Never improvise no matter what is going on around her, just like doesn't have the ability to react or improvise. and she goes through everything with all these little actions, like she's been giving these very specific directions by the director. I think, she's not a good actress. and so in the first act, when she's rehearsing, and the second, when she's doing the play, she'll have things like she'll come upstairs and they put down their bags, and then somebody else comes through a door and takes the bag away, and she looks and says, no bag. And later someone brings the bag back, and she's like, bag. But in the third act, when everything is totally going wrong, the bags are not in the right places at the right time. That's the funny thing with Brooke and Vicky in the third act. Everything is completely dissolving for all the people in the play, and everyone else in the play is trying to improvise to try and fix it and make it to the end. But Brooke just keeps doing what she's supposed to be doing and will not change, even if it makes no sense at all. So that was really fun.
Are you playing the bass in your house?
Not me.
I think it's Brian. I muted him.
To me? No, there's nothing going on here.
Right.
Yeah, right.
I promise. There's nothing. It might be. I don't know.
Well, and okay, so, and Katie, I'll show, there's Katie. She got to wear a wig and gets to go. Well, you have the part of your clothes. What, they fall off or get?
Oh no,
taken.
it's more scandalous than that.
Oh yes, that's right.
But yeah, I mean, I'm running around in my underwear, but
Yeah,
luckily because it was Kensington, it was quite chaste.
Yeah.
Chaste on.
that's right. Here you are with Jeff, and of course I don't know Jeff. I told Jeff to come on. He's not here. We'll get him on, but that's okay. Okay, Heidi, I want to know your favorite. Of course, Heidi played Dottie. I think I have a picture of there. Here you are.
I want that picture. I don't have it.
They're on the website.
Yeah, that's on the website.
It's on the website, and I can save it to my pictures.
Yeah.
Okay, I will go do that if I'm technologically able. So anyway, I played Mrs. What's her name? Plackett.
Yeah.
Dottie. And my favorite moment every night was so brilliantly directed by Tony, which is the contact lens moment where we all stop. I mean, this play is going a mile a minute, and all of a sudden it's like, oh crap, somebody dropped, and we all had to slowly get on our knees and search for the lens. And I thought I loved doing that every night. It was just so hysterical. And I must say that as an actor of a certain age, I had a lot of relevance with Dottie forgetting stuff. It was hard to learn my lines and my entrances and exits, and I had cheat sheets backstage, and then I had to move them when the stage was moved around, to know what the heck am I doing in this act, what am I bringing on, and what am I saying, and who am I saying it to? Anyway, it was an exercise in brain marathon, and I just loved it. I loved every minute of it.
Well, and Heidi, I remember, those sheets. You had these huge sheets. You'd post them behind the doors, and you'd walk out because your poor character has to remember how many of sardines.
How many plates of sardines?
The sardines come on at least 27 times, or not.
Yeah.
And is it the mop? Is it the sardines? What is it? It's wonderful. It's a wonderful play. Yeah. I'm so glad that I got the opportunity to do it, and I enjoyed it to no end. Yeah. It was so much fun. So much fun.
Am I in Spain? No, I'm not in Spain. Your character had some of the best
one-liners.
And of course, every time we restart the show, Dottie's got to go out first. And so I feel like most of us remember your lines better than our own lines because we heard them every time we did the show or every act, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. Is Brianna with us yet?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say moment, but she might be sharing that moment. Hi,
Hi.
Brianna.
How are you?
Going? Oh, I'm good.
Oh, Brianna.
Hi, Heidi. Oh man, I miss you guys. It's been a long
Oh.
time.
It's been too long.
I know.
Okay.
I got to Logan a little while ago. He came and saw me in a different show. It was fun.
She was so good in Druid. She was in Druid. It was so great.
Oh yeah!
Yay.
Yay, Drew!
Okay, favorite moment.
Oh, I think it is a series of moments for me, but all involving and at one point, or many points, I should say, they get thrown across the stage, and it therefore becomes a very treacherous place to walk / run / do anything with dying, because we decided to use Jello. That was the
Sugar-free.
logical choice for sardines. Jello, and so it was very slippery. And so especially there's one point where I come down the stairs and I can't remember, is it Dottie? Yes, throws them at me on the stairs across my chest, and they're on the stairs, and so it became a very scary place to work.
I love that.
I have a fun moment I love to Brianna that when do you remember when I think it was a plate of sardines that Dottie forgets to bring on the sardines, and so you have to. Why don't you tell me about this moment? It's so funny.
Well, it's in the third act, right? When we're supposed to be, we're doing the show, but it is already so far falling apart that we are just like, whatever, we're going to make it work and do whatever we have to. And so my character is very much I play Belinda / Flavia. And yes, I had to look that up because I didn't remember her name. But she is the one who tries to keep everything together. Like, she's trying to calm everybody down and like make sure the show goes on, right? And so my character, like, she forgets something, or Dottie forgets something, and so my character brings on a plate of sardines while like crawling through the door, opening through the door, and like sets them off to the side surreptitiously. Hopefully nobody is seeing. Of course, everybody is seeing me do this because the door opens, right? So, is that what you're talking about? That moment?
And you're on your knees,
sneaking the plate on,
crawling on her knees, trying to be like ninja.
Yeah.
And Jeff. And him rubbing his sweaty forehead on me every night. Oh my gosh.
Here you are. You're looking at
exactly that picture. You see my face? That is what I'm talking about.
Oh my gosh.
And yes, that's me. I don't look a lot like that anymore.
Well, and Brian, you and Brian were your people were married.
We were married.
In the show, not in the backstage.
No,
yes.
No, like in the show, we were married.
In the show, yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. In Nothing On, we were married.
Nothing On. That's right.
I had to look that up too. I'm like, what was the show called?
I was telling Brian before this that I feel like the show moved so fast. I knew my part and when I had to come on exactly and what I was doing, that now it's just receded into this place in my memory. I can't remember I don't remember the names of anybody. I don't remember half of what happens. And now I'm like, oh yeah, I remember what this is. But
right? I told you I had to look up my character's name. I had no idea. I don't remember.
It went so fast that I think we just knew what we were doing. And it's like,
well, and not only that, but we rehearsed in what, 2.5 weeks?
Yeah.
2.5 weeks of rehearsal, and then it right into performances, 3 weekends of performances. So we were in that show total for all of like a month.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
It was so fast.
I directed it with actually Katie was in the first time I ever directed it at East High School. She was Brooke, not Brooke. What are you called? Belinda. That's right. I thought of that. She was Belinda. And so I had directed it once before. And when I got to Act 2, I was really scared to direct it because I'm like, wow, it's 90% silent. There's like
Right.
I can't hear anybody. I'm gonna move closer to my router.
Okay.
Hear you.
Anyway, so look, I can't straighten my hat. Okay, isn't that funny? My
Go
mind's
the other way. Go the other way.
I got it. Okay. Anyway,
Going to go
And
closer
so-
to my router because that's what it's telling me to do.
okay.
I love Heidi.
Anyway, so we got to Act 2, and I took a Saturday, and I'm like, we're just gonna get this out in one Saturday, and so I did that with East High School, and so when we did it, I'm like, oh, this is easy. I mean, it's all memory because it's all physical, but I'm like, oh, okay. And so when I did it with this one, I'm like, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna block Act 2 in a Saturday, and so we did it, and it was fine. So I knew you had the time. Because I'd done it before and it was successful. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heidi,
Yeah.
try talking now. Can you hear
I can't
us?
hear anybody. Now I can. I
Oh,
lost you
Oh, there we
guys
go.
for a while.
I
well,
remember
Well,
that Saturday, Tony. That Saturday, I remember you were just like I feel like you said even like bring your tennis shoes. You're going to be running around all
Yeah.
over the place, and it was a workout. It was great.
it was like learning choreography, right?
Yeah.
oh, it's exactly what it is. Yeah.
And that was like the most. And if you missed it by 1 second, one of my favorite moments is, and I have a picture of when Dottie goes to swing the axe,
Yeah.
and
I need a copy of that one.
I have to be there to grab the axe, or else it doesn't work. It doesn't.
Yeah. People will die.
People die.
Well, that set, I mean, just building that set, that I think it has 6 doors and it's 2 levels, and it has to rotate too. And so not only do you have so you build that kind of a structure, but then you guys have to act on that structure. A double-headed 6, and the back was not easy because I'm like, the easiest way to get to the backstage is going to be ship ladders.
Yeah, and I remember coming off stage. I at the very beginning, I go up to fix the door on the 2nd floor, and then had to go back, and those ladders. You look down, and it was like, well, I'm basically jumping off this ladder because it's too steep.
It was so fun, and I loved it too when we turned it
treacherous
around.
stairs, and then you put Jello on them.
It was a game. It was a game. You won.
At one
Love it.
point during that second act, I'm pretty sure I lost a shoe.
I think so.
Well, it was fun too. So if you look at the back of the sets too, I didn't paint anything. So whatever it was from a previous show was still the previous show. So it's kind of fun. You can see all kinds of different shows like Shrek.
Green and
Yeah, they're all different. Yeah.
It was so cool.
yeah, it was a lot of fun.
That is the only time I've used those red chairs though.
They
you
were
still
really
have
comfy to sit in.
I do. They're comfortable, but
And you have don't you have this couch still?
that is my personal couch.
Oh,
Whenever we do shows, I shop at my house first.
The couch that Jeff fell over. Well, since Jeff, we'll bring some more on, but since Jeff isn't here, I thought we should watch a video of why I took this video. I don't know, but I'm grateful I did. And here you go. This was us before one of our shows. Here's, if you don't know, Jeff, this will.
where is he?
I know. Someone text him.
Seriously.
Get him on here.
Story
I
of our
know.
life.
Okay, here's Jeff dancing. You'll love it.
In my zone, I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet, got that.
Whoa! Oh wow! Oh dear, Jeff.
I can't take my eyes above it, moving so phenomenally. You don't stop under the lights when everything goes. No matter how when I'm getting you close.
Oh, Jeff.
Hey, you got Jerry backstage now too? I told him to come on. It looks like it's fun.
Jerry's here. I'd have to take here. I'll take me off, and you can talk to him.
What?
Oh, wait.
Where Where is he? Jacob Barry!
Jacob Barry!
Hi,
There he
Jacob.
is.
I texted
What's
him.
going
Like,
on?
hey, Jacob Barry, here's a link. Click onto it and come on live.
You had no idea what you were getting yourself into, did you?
And then I did.
Jacob,
Then
No
I did
idea.
it.
Jacob, what was your part in Noises Off?
It was the first show that I stage managed, and I was the creepy punk rocker that picked up sardines and
Yes. Yeah, he had
I remember the first day you came with like your whole punk rock get up. It was so funny because that's just like not you. But you like showed up at all this, and it was the best. It was so
You even
awesome.
had black fingernails, didn't you? Yeah.
yeah, I did. It was awesome.
So good. It was
I
so
had a few people pull me to the side after the show or intermissions because we had 2 intermissions, and they're like, "Is Jacob Barry okay?"
Mhm.
Is it all good? Is everything fine?
I'm like, "He's fine. That's his costume."
It's called acting.
Jacob Barry doesn't act unless I need him
Yeah,
to.
everybody knows I'm the best actor. That's me.
He wiggles.
Juicy Wiggle.
Yeah.
I still, to this day, that's like my favorite song. I love that song.
Yeah, that was my intermission song.
That's a good memory.
I know,
Michelle.
Michelle's got this memory that's amazing.
Yeah, I wouldn't even remembered that.
I'm taking people out so I can come back on.
I just remember in intermission we'd play Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne. That's the only one I remember.
Crazy Train. Yeah.
Yeah, it was all crazy. That was my crazy list.
Yeah. I remember that you would go backstage. I mean, you were the handyman, but I think really you might have been actually fixing the set sometimes because
Sometimes, yeah. Whenever Jeff would pick it, I would sneak on and fix whatever I could.
For real, fix it.
Yeah. The doors.
Except for the handle that we actually needed to stay broken.
That one actually needed to stay broken.
Yeah.
It needs to be broken. Don't fix it. How about we talk about how many telephones we broke?
Oh,
Oh my god.
I'm gonna
Was it like 4?
I'm gonna take off some people so other people can join us. Let's take off here. There's Josie. Hi, Josie.
oh,
Hi.
Ryan, I'm taking you up.
I have your character name up there, Poppy.
Maybe.
Oh,
Hey, everybody.
I'm Poppy. Oh yeah,
I know.
that's my little character name. Oh,
Andrew. Hi, Andrew.
Howdy.
How are you?
Doing well. Good to see all of you.
I know.
Well, let's talk about all these phones because this was something Brian brought up. First of all, how many phones we broke, and then second, that we gave Tony another phone as our closing.
I still have it. It's so beautiful. In fact, I'm
As
gonna
an
go
apology.
I'm gonna go grab the worst one. Okay, I'll be right back.
Go.
Take me off or not.
You have the
Yeah.
broken ones too?
that's funny.
I'm curious if our gifted phone has been used in a show since.
Yeah, we'll have to ask her.
God.
Really though, how many did we break? I can't remember.
Well,
3, 4?
It was like 4. It was
Four.
a lot.
Something like that. It was
I
a lot.
wonder if I have a picture with the phone. You can't really see it. It was on that little.
And who
ledge
can we
thing.
blame? Was it you, Heidi?
I think we all
All
went
of those
phone at
pictures
one
come off
point.
Whatever.
the webpage?
Well, yeah, these are all on the website. I think that the phone was broken because remember in Act 3 when we're doing it and everything is just going bad, and I remember my character like trying to put the phone back on or something, and I would on purpose push it off and then drag it off of through the doors, the French doors. I don't really remember, but I think it had to probably do something with it falling off of that little, table onto the floor. Here, I'm going to take someone out, and Tony has our.
Okay. This is the worst one. I cannot. Okay. So here's they ruined 4 of my phones. Now, the saddest part about all these phones is they're vintage. They're not like regular phones. They're like vintage. I used them for Little Shop of Horrors. And so I purposely got all green ones for Little Shop of Horrors. And every time they pull it off and they break another one. Now, I don't blame you guys. I blame me. Why did I keep replacing the phones? I was so awful. So the black shiny one that you're giving me, I actually have not used it yet because we have not done a vintage play except for Little Shop, and I use the green phones for Little Shop.
Oh, makes sense.
But no, so this is one. Yep.
Tony, was it because we were discussing while you were gone? Was it because in Act 3 it falls off? I remember my character pulling.
It's because I think Dottie takes it off.
Oh, that's right.
Right? And you need the phone back on the stage. And so the cord wrapped around the door and everything. So it had to come back through the window to get back onto the stage.
That's right.
Right. We started pulling the cord. And it was such a funny moment that I let 4 phones get destroyed.
And so we got you a new one.
I've been on eBay too. They were sought after. Oh well, I will leave it. I'll let it rest right here. No, it's sitting right next to my computer.
And I
a little hot glue would that do anything? Fix them?
What's that?
Hot glue or
I tried it first, but it was such a ferocious fall that nothing could survive.
Yeah. I remember
like one of these things like busted in half. Like you guys really
oh my gosh.
I remember just every time it falling and going, I really hope that this doesn't break.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's so
what's awful? The worst is the stats. I kept trying to tell Jeff because Jeff, I don't know if Jeff's just stupid. I can't make it out. But I'm like, Jeff, these are sets. This is not a real house. Like I couldn't convince him. So when you come down the stairs, that hand railing is psychologically safe, not literally safe.
Right.
And so he would come down, and every time I'd have to fix that stupid railing because I'm like, you're gonna die. You can't keep going like that. And do you guys remember when Jeff, a really funny moment in it, in Act 2, Jeff would slide down the ship ladder on his butt.
Yes.
And I'm like, I did not block that. Lisa means I did not block that. So I'm like, Jeff, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, I'm fine. And I'm like, Jeff, if that hurts, don't slide down the stairs like that. It's funny, but don't kill yourself doing that. It's fine. Did you guys know he went to the ER like 3 times during Noises Off?
What?
Yep.
Yes.
And all the bruises he had.
He had bruises.
And
I heard about the bruising.
Fine.
He had so many bruises, and he was like, it's fine. And I'm like,
I know.
No,
You're going to the ER. Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to sacrifice your bum, man.
well, and I think
But at the same time, like that is his method of acting, right? He's a physical actor.
Yes.
No, I don't know if you call it.
Really good.
I don't know if you call
And
it.
he's all in.
There's different words for this kind of acting.
Okay.
I also think that he would back in Act 2 when he's falling down when he falls down the stairs and we only hear it. I think he actually fell and would make it sound like he's falling because he was falling instead of just making it sound like
He actually did it. And then when he would actually fall down the stairs, and what was it, like Act 3, he would actually fall down the stairs.
Oh yeah, that's when he would break the railing. And then Jeff, you will fall out of that railing. Will not don't fall on it.
And he's not here to defend himself,
I know.
so he can say whatever.
He can say whatever he wants.
He knows I'm right.
I have this. Michelle says Poppy was one of our favorite characters. Poor girl who always got the bum end of the stick.
Yeah.
Josie, tell us about your character and or your favorite moment.
Oh man. Well, I was the stage manager of the play within the play. What I don't know, something
What is
on.
it on?
Or, nothing on.
Nothing on.
But I was a very emotional, like I was like young, but I don't know exactly how young. I was like mid-20s probably. And I was in the middle of a love triangle between Katie and Cam, but I was pregnant with Cam's baby by Act 3. So it was all sorts of whack. But a favorite by Act 3, yeah, because it was later in the
Here's you can see Josie there.
Yeah, there I am in my plaid. It was awesome. Honestly, I got to wear the comfiest clothes for my group. It was awesome. One of my favorite parts for me is there was one part where I was Katie's understudy, and I remember in Act 2, I had to be shoved up the stairs with my book because I didn't know anybody's lines, and I had to read Katie's lines, but I was a very emotional gal, and I was like on the verge of like crying because I had to actually act, and it was so fun. I also remember the bottles of really, really liquid, the Dr. Pepper, Diet Dr. Pepper or something, and someone brought lime essential oils because everybody drank out of that bottle. And so I guess lime helps the immune system. So
I'll never pass again after coronavirus.
Well, this is good because it leads right into Andrew, whose character revolved around that whiskey and was trying to keep it out of
Justin.
Oh my gosh, Andrea, we have Michelle saying that. Let's see, where'd it go? Of course, your famous line: "No bars, no burglar alarms." Right?
But that wasn't just my line; that was your line too, and it was Cam's line.
Probably the most repeated line in the whole show.
And what a joke that you set up from the very beginning and isn't funny until the very last 2-3 minutes of the show when all three of us come through that window.
Yeah, I love that one on top of the other as we just sequenced through that. That was always so much fun.
Yeah. What was your favorite moment, Andrew?
You know, when you played that video back, it brought back so many memories of just the in, out of that whole process. I just always thought that was so much fun. And my character was just kind of lost to everything else that was going on and would occasionally have to be pushed here and there to where he needed to be. I just found that whole experience fun.
Yeah. And your character was the one that complicated everything for all of us, right? This wouldn't have been that complicated if we wouldn't have had to try and keep the whiskey and the axe and away from your character backstage.
Well, the whiskey, I don't think I couldn't even, when I saw that picture today, I was like, what did we do with that axe? I couldn't remember.
No, Dottie wanted the axe so she could murder.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, yes.
No big deal.
It's funny.
And Andrew just had to follow the whiskey. Wherever we put the whiskey, he just slowly start walking towards, and then we'd grab it and move it to the other side of the stage.
Yep.
Everybody drank it. Everybody drank it. It was so gross. But it tasted good.
That's what I like is nobody else who wanted to drink by the third act. They were all wanting my whiskey.
Exactly.
That's right. That's right.
It didn't taste bad, which is also gross, but all gross.
Did you guys ever try the sardines?
Yes. It did.
Were they real food?
Were they
Yeah, it
real
was
food?
Jello.
It was Jello. I tried them once before the show started. I would never touch them after we had done the show because they were like,
Right. Yeah.
before the show started,
All over the floor.
it was just Jello.
But they were sugar-free.
Yeah. And like seriously, the colors. I don't know how you got those colors, but I
Yeah.
think that every color sardine under the sun.
It was really red and green mixed together to create gray.
Yeah, it was gross.
It was
gross.
And I feel like there was one day that you're like, we ran out of this certain Jello, so they were like green or blue or something like.
Blue.
Yes. used the practice blue ones or whatever during our last couple run throughs.
Find the Jello. They were out of red and blue, so I had to do blue.
So funny.
That was so good.
Oh my goodness. Let's see. Did Tony talk? Oh yes. Did Tony talk about the gnome?
Oh.
Do you remember the gnome?
I remember that I put a gnome just outside the house because there was an entryway. And so they all had to enter. So there was a little garden gnome that I kept right by the entryway. For me, it signified that I was part of the show. It said something on it too. I can't remember what it said though. It was like welcome or something. I can't
Yeah,
remember.
I'm holding a little sign or something.
Yeah. Yeah. And the welcome mat, I don't know if you remember the welcome mat, where, it says welcome into your home. Whenever you enter now, the actor entrance, that mat is the mat. When you walk,
That's cool.
it's a soft mat.
That's funny.
Part of the theater. I love that.
Yeah. Little piece of you. And then I think did you guys give me a light switch as a gift? It said
Yes.
nothing on,
That
noise
said,
off.
noise is off.
Yeah.
Nothing on.
Yes, it was so funny. Yes.
I remember that. Oh,
Okay. Should we play Kensington quiz time?
Oh my gosh, yes.
oh, okay.
What does that mean?
Oh, you'll learn. Those two are not on the screen. Heidi and Katie, you can still play too, but we're gonna roll the intro first.
That was official. That was
I know.
great.
It's so official. All right, so I have some trivia questions about Noises Off. This are mostly about the show. Can be lines, can be some little trivia facts, and even I think some are about the original production of Noises Off. All right, you ready? If you have an answer, raise your hand in front of the screen like so I can see that you have an answer, and I'll put whoever I see up first off screen.
Okay.
Katie and Heidi, you're off screen, but I can see you. Okay. All right. Let's do this. Officially, how many plates of sardines are coming on in Act 1 alone?
Oh,
Brianna.
4.
Correct. 4.
really?
How did you know that?
How did you know that?
I have no idea.
There was a bunch of numbers on this quiz, and I was like, it could be any of them.
I feel like at some point we had to talk about it because we were like, okay, props, lady. How many do we actually need? And my brain is weird. I remembered apparently.
I know that I bought 3 identical trays of sardines. So I remember that.
I see.
That
All
is-
right. Good. Question number 2. What is the last word of the play?
I wish. No, just kidding.
No, it's
Anybody?
Oh, it's something at the end. Brooks says something. Is it Brooke?
Nope. It was about for my character, Brian.
Is it sardines? Is it? No.
Not
No.
sardines.
I don't know.
Oh, I remember it being really good.
Oh, isn't it? I can see it. I can see the screen. I don't know what it is.
It's a sad line.
The last line is curtain, right? Remember, we're all laying down on the couch,
That's right.
and Cam yells at me to go get the curtain. That's the
That's
last.
funny. Oh yeah, because everybody's on stage at that time.
We said light.
Oh, dying.
Oh, we didn't say.
Yes.
We said lights.
Oh, we said
Lights.
lights.
And we made you run up in the theater to go.
Oh yeah.
Right. That's right. I forgot about that. Okay. Let's do. Okay. True or false? Act 2 is performed without any dialogue. Tony, I saw Tony first.
False.
That is correct. Most of it's performed without dialogue, but we talked at the beginning. Do you remember?
There's the
And
whole
we
scene.
also had to do our dialogue on the front side of the set. Like we'd still make our exits and do our dialogue, and then come
That's
back.
right.
Mhm.
Right.
Let's see. This is a fun one. This is so detailed. Which or what is the problem? Well, I can't do that one because I don't have all the. Okay, never mind. New one. I don't have all 4 of the answers. Okay. What year? Erase. What year did Noises Off premiere? The original production.
Oh.
Tony.
Big guess. 88.
Eh,
I was gonna say 87, but that could be wrong.
before that.
Before? 86.
We're just gonna count down in the
85?
Wait, are they close? I was gonna be like 1978.
Nope. Before or after that.
82.
83.
82 is correct.
82.
Now you would know that. Whatever. Okay.
I was 10 years old.
Okay. True or false?
Do you have a picture of 10-year-old Tony? I want to see.
Oh.
No, just kidding. I don't have any. All right. True or
I
false?
looked a lot like this, Brianna.
At the same height? I've been there.
The same height.
All right. True or false? The name of Belinda's character is never stated in the dialogue of the play.
That's true. Oh, sorry.
See?
Yeah. Brown.
True.
True.
It's true.
I had to look it up, guys.
Yeah. So it's Flavia Brent, but it's never.
I never
said.
say it.
Yeah. Kind of weird, huh? All right. Let's see. Oh, this is a good one. Which actress appeared as Dottie in the 2001 Broadway revival of Noises Off? Tony.
Carol Burnett.
Nope. In the revival.
Oh, not the movie. Oh, the revival.
I have no idea. Couldn't tell you.
Who cares? No, just kidding.
Ooh.
Anybody?
I don't
know. Why you would know this? I don't know. It was Patty LaPone.
Oh,
Oh.
been good.
All right.
The ladies.
Yeah. Complete the quote. It says, and God said, be fruitful and multiply and. Do you remember this line?
Is that in the play?
Go on with the play.
Oh, it's what
that.
Cameron says it.
Yes.
The director says it.
Be fruitful, multiply, and I feel like it was really snarky, whatever it was.
Yeah, and he's talking about theater. He's not talking about like replenishing the earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was upset with the cast.
Yeah.
We were
Yeah.
all like up there.
He's starting with that first act. Yeah.
Family when we need him.
Really though.
No.
And then there was.
No, it's and God said, be fruitful and multiply and fetch Tim to fix the doors.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Love it.
I have my script here, of course, and it says Tim, because I'm famous.
Adorable.
You're Tim.
All right.
Tim?
Let's see. Tim, your person. Yeah, my character's name was
Tim? Are you asleep?
All good. Okay. Freddie says, you know how blank I am about doors. What does he say?
Stupid. Dumb.
No. Yeah, it's either thick or dense.
No.
You know
No?
how I am
Stupid,
about
wasn't it?
doors?
Tony said it already.
What he said.
What?
Yeah, how
Stupid?
stupid I am about doors.
It's stupid.
Is it stupid? Oh, I thought it was like
Thick, dense, stupid, dumb.
I'm like one of those words.
All of those.
I didn't think it was.
All of them.
I thought it was something different than stupid, but yeah. Okay.
That's funny.
Promise I knew my lines back then.
Okay, I thought this one was funny. When Dottie asks Lloyd, am I at least getting some of the words right? What is Lloyd's response? Anybody know? I'm going to look at... Oh, Katie. Okay, I'm going to take someone out. Goodbye. Katie.
Oh.
You're muted. Unmute yourself, Katie.
Okay, so
Take two.
some of them have a very familiar ring to them.
That's correct.
Oh,
Wow, that is impressive.
that was
Good job.
impressive.
That is impressive. Okay, let's do this. Let's see. I only got a few more. Oh, here we go. What's the only thing that Lloyd wants to hear from Brooke near the end of Act 1?
The last line.
What is the line? Do you
What's
remember the
that,
line?
Dad?
Oh, yeah, what's that? Dad?
What's that, Dad?
Oh, sorry, I didn't raise my hand.
That's not it.
we're not formal.
We're kind of slow.
What?
I thought Katie would have gotten it. She was already saying it over here in the chat. She already said it once.
Yeah.
What's that, Dad?
While we're here, Katie, talk. I mean, one of my last points was talking about bag because everybody loves. That's the only thing my family remembers. They're like, "What was that show called?" Bag.
I mean, I kind of talked about that already at the beginning.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Screaming bag all the time, right? Because
Yes,
that's what your character.
Bag.
All right.
No bag.
Do I have any more? Let's see. I already did that one. Yeah, that's all of them. Yay! Kensington quiz time. We did it. See,
Yeah,
That's fun.
you know more about the show than you thought you did. We're all like, maybe
But
not.
not who.
Not really,
Dottie
but
is.
What was Ad? Ad keeps coming up every time, and we don't know who their name is, but
Ad.
my favorite game show.
Favorite game show.
Well, it's free, so
We need to send the hat.
what?
send them a hat.
Give them a hat. Ad, send $14. No.
$10 plus shipping and handling.
Oh my goodness. I think that I've talked about all the things that I remembered. Anybody else have any final thoughts? You're like, oh yeah, this was funny, or this jogged my memory. This was just such a fun show.
Oh,
Well, hearing you say those lines in the quiz show there, I want to go find my script and go over this again because I'd forgotten. So that, what's that, Dad? Suddenly that was so clear to me, and I'd completely forgotten that moment. And I want to read through it again.
Yeah,
Makes me want to watch our production again.
I know.
Do we have a full recording of it?
I don't think I was able to record this one. I think it was against our copyright.
You
Right.
could slow down to 38 seconds.
Yeah, we can watch the 38 seconds.
38 seconds.
Slow down really slow. And with your script, you could go through the whole show.
Which is kind of fun, you know.
Yeah.
It's a fun show to watch that, like everybody moving in and out.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, especially if you know what's going on.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was just thinking, like, by the end of the run, I think I finally started going, oh, that's why we do that, is because of like, I didn't realize some things were happening in the show until the very last run of the night of the show, and I was going, oh, I finally realized what's going on.
Absolutely. Yeah, there are parts. Wow, that's really funny, and I never got the joke till now.
So you were just talking about, the difficulty of remembering all the lines and all the things you have to bring on and off. Like, another layer of it was just kind of the backstage timing. Like, usually I'm pretty good with lines and things, but it was so hard for me to remember to knock on the closet door, or to open the closet door slightly for Brianna, like while she was walking by, so she could close it and be like, what's wrong with this door?
Right.
Things like that were so.
It's a ghost.
It's a ghost. This house is haunted.
Well, I think the best part about this, one is the cast was fabulous, right? You guys were awesome. With the awesome play, awesome cast. I mean, it was an awesome performance. But I think one thing that I love personally as a director is that Act 1 and Act 2 are great, right? They're super polished, and Act 2 is just its own gem, how they created it. But one of my favorite ones was Act 3 because it was built to go so wrong. Yeah. You know, like not only like scripted wrong, like it was hard to make it go right in reality because it was so crazy. Right. And so my favorite thing is to just watch Act 3. I seriously just step back and go, okay, what are they going to do?
What's going to happen?
Oh, yeah. And how something actually went wrong if the tech people and Tony are laughing.
If they start showing up, Jerry's on stage.
Yeah. Like, oh, something happened.
Yeah, but it was a trip. I loved watching
how Jeff would fall off the front of the stage, like the first time that happened, and that was not supposed to actually happen.
Yeah.
He's trying to get back up on stage.
Yeah, Jeff knows how to milk a moment. That's for sure.
All the way down those stairs, over the couch, onto the
ground. Crawl back up. Yeah.
Oh, so
In fact,
funny.
I don't know if you can go back to that picture, but
Sure.
notice that the carpet is laying halfway off of it, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
We did that so that Jeff, because he did it once by accident, and we're like, that's really funny. Let's do that again. And so we put the carpet halfway over so that when he fell off, he didn't hurt himself again.
Uh-huh.
That is why it's halfway up.
Why it's like that. And you can see
Those were great
Brian-
socks.
Brian in the background with his bandage over his head. Some of these are fun. We haven't looked at all, but like these moments, there's of course Andrew's character. All of us or on the front of the stage. It's just it's fun to look through this and go, oh yeah, this is just so fun, and probably more fun for all of us than even the audience, because we just got to be part of it. And when things went wrong, we just laughed about it.
It's so fun. Yeah, go see Noises Off if you ever can, man.
Oh
It's
my goodness.
fun. Or go be a part of it. Don't watch it. Be in it.
Be in it.
But make sure you're healthy before you enter the rehearsal process.
Yeah. You got to know when to come on, when to be.
Exercise. Yeah.
yes.
Exercise. It's a marathon play. I love it. In fact, it's kind of fun. If you guys have you seen the play that goes wrong?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I feel like this is the finally show that's actually met Noises Off sequel. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you get to see that play, the play that goes wrong, it's very similar.
Love play that goes wrong.
So
That's
funny.
hilarious. Well, guys, thanks for being on. If anybody has anything else, please say it, and I can bring back some people, and we can say bye. It's so great to see all of you. We should do an in-person reunion when we can actually get together, and we'll sit around and we'll read our scripts. No, you're like, that doesn't sound fun. I'm gonna take.
Very fun.
I know. I'm gonna take some people off so that other people can say bye. Hold on. Let's say bye, bye. There's Brady. Well, maybe. All right. Thanks for coming on, everybody. Go watch Noises
Thanks
Off.
for
You
doing
can
this.
watch the movie.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
On Thursday, we are going to be talking to. I've got a few of them. I hope that we get some more. So if you're watching and you're part of the Princess Academy, we want to have you come on because we're going to talk about the process of creating the show. This is Kensington's baby, right? Of a show. So on Thursday is Princess Academy, and on Saturday we're supposed to be doing a Urinetown reunion here, Kensington Live. Don't miss it. Okay, everybody's saying yes, love, love, love. Let's do it again. Let's do this show again. You guys are all lovely. Good to see you all. Say bye.
Good seeing you all.
Bye.
Be healthy.
Yeah. Wash your hands.